Holy shit. Today's topic is going to be a little different. I spent last night probably the better part of 2 hours with my face fucking glued to a YouTube channel. Oh, that was good. Glued to a YouTube channel last night that really kind of fucked with my head. It wasn't like a bad fuck with. It was just you ever have those moments where something like really just like hits you, like, you know, someone says something or you read something and it's just like, holy shit, fuck yeah. Like totally. It was kind of like one of those moments. I was scrolling through Facebook, and how I found the channel was pretty normal. Scrolling through Facebook, and I saw a YouTube link to Jim Carrey's commencement speech that he did for a university this last year for 2014. I had seen it before. I saw it, you know, as soon as it hit the web, and I was really, I mean, inspired's not the wrong word, but I feel like inspired doesn't like do it justice. You know, the stuff that he said in his commencement address was really hits home for me, and I feel like it did for quite a few people. I couldn't imagine being one of those students who were graduating that year, like, at that address. That would have been insane. But so a lot of it, he talks about his success and what he did to get where he was, and how it wasn't just some sort of like, it was a battle, but it wasn't a battle against humanities to get there. It was a battle against himself, and everything that he tried to achieve, he wanted to achieve, and he felt like it was his duty to, and the way he puts it, he says, ask the universe of things. And it was, anyways, long story short, it's fucking awesome. So when I clicked on that, it led me to this YouTube channel, and I'll put the YouTube link in the description. The channel was called TheJourneyofPurpose. I quickly realized that whoever the author is behind this channel is a very curious individual, in the sense that he obviously likes to ask a lot of questions and present things for the human mind to ponder, like to really chew on. Because a lot of the work that was in there, I mean, a lot of it was, you know, kind of inspirational stuff where, you know, the video is not really, the video obviously added to the appeal, but the video was just kind of random stuff that he had pulled from all over the net, that kind of dealt with, like, the beauty of nature and of humanity itself. And he did voiceovers of you know, speeches and stuff, or presentations or press conferences and stuff. And the video that I watched was the one of Jim Carrey's commencement address. So I watched that and I was like, holy shit, that was awesome, even though I've already listened to it. Like, that was sweet. And it auto-played to the next one. And then I got hooked. I got hooked pretty hard, and for like the next like 2 hours, 2.5 hours, I watched like all of the videos that I could find under that that like channel name or video description or something, and really like kind of mind fucked myself because it was a lot of content that was really kind of like eye-opening. And I know this sounds like a bunch of like broad generalizations and shit, but it really was fucking amazing. The better part of the evening was spent just like jaw-dropping, like to the floor. And one of the main contributors for the audio, the voiceovers, he used a lot of Alan Watts. If you guys know who Alan Watts is, then I don't need to really explain anything about just the way he presents himself. But in the voiceovers and stuff, Alan Watts was very, and they're obviously old voiceovers, so they're from a long time ago, because you can just tell in the recordings and his speech patterns and everything. And I'll do a little bit more research and I'll put it in the description, but it was a lot of what is life, why are you afraid of death, or why are you afraid of life? And it was, I don't know, it was trippy. At the same time, it was like emotional, like, if that makes any sense. I'm not a soft person by any means, but you know, I have times in my life where you don't need to restrain emotion. Like there's no reason to. And last night was fucking intense. It's been a long time since I've had any sort of video or just any kind of media really invoke any kind of emotion that like deep. And Isaac, who is the guy who runs the channel, who's done most of the videos, they were quite a few of them were a couple months old. Some of them were from last year. Isaac, if you ever come across my channel and you come to this video, thank you. I don't know what your purpose is in life, but it's fucking awesome, the fact that you put together all of these videos and really kind of opened up my eyes for sure. But one of the videos in particular was dealt with like time. It was another Alan Watts voiceover. He pretty much, and you'll find it if you decide to click on the channel and everything, and you know, fuck you guys if you think I'm being sappy, but I mean, this shit really was fucking awesome. If you have an open mentality to change and you know, keeping humanity as close, you know, the human race as close together as possible in like camaraderie, I guess, and just love for one another, you guys really should check it out. If you don't waste your time. I don't want to waste your time with something that you're not going to be interested in. But the one that really hit me pretty hard was there were two of them. Both of them were talked about time, and the first one was what if you had a bank account that every morning you were deposited, I think it was $84,600 or $86,400, somewhere those two numbers. What if you were deposited that much money, and at the end of every day, it completely drained from what you didn't spend, what you didn't use or invest, and then the next morning refilled back up to that same amount. And you know, of course, the first couple things that I thought of was like, holy shit, I've had that much money, and I knew that I couldn't like spend all of it in a single day. You know, I would go about living my life as I am now, and I would just donate, because there's no reason not to. You know, when you're given that kind of an opportunity and you're given that gift, there's no reason not to spread and share it. And then, you know, as I'm like, this is what I'm thinking of, like, as soon as I saw that. And then it switches and it says you are given this every day, and your bank account is not in money and dollars, it's in seconds. And that every day you're given, like 84,000 or 86,000 seconds to invest and, do with what you will. What do you do? Like, what do you deem the most important for you to invest your time in? Why? What's the reasoning behind it? And how would you invest? How do you invest? And that was really I was like, holy fuck, I've never thought of time as money in that aspect. You always think, time is money is a true saying, it really is. But I never thought of it like that, in the sense that it literally is something that you spend every day. And I just, that it was awesome. The second one, which was actually came before the time one, that really kind of hit home, was it was an Alan Watts voiceover, and he was talking about sleep and controlling your dreams. And the premise of the video was that, what if you had the opportunity and the ability that every time you went to sleep at night, you could control your dreams. You could dream of whatever you wanted. There were no limits whatsoever. He goes on to talk about that most people would dream of, going on adventures and buying their big mansion and cars and all that, and really living out the kind of dream world that they envision, that they're trying to get to at an everyday pace, every day. And it's just, okay, so you dream that you want to succeed in life and all this. So you dream, and then you wake up, and then you're back in the real world. And now you have to deal with reality. So then you go, you do your day, and then you go back to sleep again. And this time, you dream a little bit further. You dream that in your realm, your imagination, that anything is possible. And under that logic, why would you not dream that while you are dreaming, you can control time? And a lot of you are probably thinking, oh, Inception, there was a movie, yeah, there was. And I guarantee you that this is where that idea came from, because Alan Watts is a fucking genius, and I need to do more research, because holy shit. So, in your dreaming, you can still do whatever you want. You can do you can do anything, and at the same time, you can control your time in your dream world, in the dream state. So, and they say in Inception, what is a minute is an hour, what's an hour is a day, while you were asleep. And I sat there and thought about it. I was like, holy shit, that would be amazing, because then you can do everything you ever wanted to do in one night. Or say, and Alan Watts says you dream it, he says, what if you dream it 75 years at a time? So every time you fall asleep at night for 8 hours, you dream 75 years in one span. And when you wake up, you have all of those experiences, you have all of that knowledge and expertise, I guess, of what you dreamed in the real world. Or in your dream world, you bring back with you. And I was like, wow, that'd be crazy, because there's so much stuff that you could learn. You could literally learn anything that you wanted and bring it back with you into the real world and be able to, live a better life and apply yourself in ways that you may not have had the money to invest. And he said, well, now I want you to imagine that because you can dream at 75 years at a time, that for just night upon night upon night, you continually dream for 75 years at a time. And you go through your life pursuing everything that you've ever been interested in. And you know, the fact that you can control that time, you can, you know, dream up whatever you want. If you could do this and everything is possible, why could you not dream into the infinite, into the realm of infinite possibilities? Why you know, why not? And yet again, my mind was like, holy fuck, why has that never crossed my mind? Like, if you could control time in your dream, why not dream for an eternity in 8 hours? Which makes sense and then doesn't, you know what I mean? Like it's logical, but then it's not. Like, you know, because you can't cram, you know, infinity into 8 hours. And I don't know. It's really an interesting concept to think about, and it doesn't really make too much sense. Like, if you're thinking of it as in a subjective standpoint, where you're like, oh well, you know, time is relative and and you can't actually do that. But I mean, we're not thinking that way. We're thinking of what if. And then he says that you get to this point in this dream world that you've dreamed all that you would want to ever dream. You know, you've seen everything you've wanted to see. You've experienced everything you want to experience. And eventually, because you can control everything and because, you know, your world has infinite possibilities, you eventually dream back to your current state. You dream that you work a 9-to-5 job every evening. You come home to dinner and the kids and wife and, you know, the whole typical spiel of, you know, the typical American life. Holy shit. And now you dream of simplicity, of a normal life where you're not traveling the world and going to space and flying airplanes and everything. Like, you're just dreaming back to where you started from. And dude, I was fucking like my head just like exploded. I was like, that's you know, you're back to where you started. And holy fuck. Like, how do you process that? If you guys are still with me, dude, thank you, because this is like, it's really hard to put this into words. Like, I wish I could like just share like emotions and like images from my head into the video. That would make way more sense. Like, it's really hard to put these things into words, which makes the stuff that, you know, Alan Watts and all of them say even more beautiful. So we've gone from being normal to being able to dream whatever we want, to being able to control time and dream whatever we want, to being able to control your imaginary life to the point where you can do anything that you want, and time is of no issue, no problem, to now dreaming back to reality. And oh my gosh, I really just wanted to be able to like share that with you guys. The simple fact that it really, like, to be honest with you, if I had any other thought in my mind, I would have like recorded like my fucking expressions to these videos, because I mean, it wasn't, a lot of it was like, you know, shell shock kind of stuff. Like, you're you almost can't believe that what you've heard and what you've seen is true, and it really does make you think. It makes your brain tick. I had a hard time sleeping last night. But if you guys enjoy that kind of thinking and you know, asking questions and all of that, I really want you guys to go check out this channel. It's down in the description, and I want you guys to leave comments about what you think of the videos and what you think of the, like, just the path that the author takes you on, and just kind of let me know what you think in general. And then I want you guys to tell me what would you do with that dreaming state, in that progression to where, you know, you dream that you can do anything in 8 hours of sleep, and then you dream that you can do anything at all in that entire time frame, and then 75 years at a time, and then infinite, and then dreaming back to reality. I want to hear what you guys think. I want to hear what you guys would do, and, you know, the typical answers of, oh, you know, I would make lots of money and, you know, spend it and do all this and stuff. You know, that's all fine and dandy. You guys can leave that part of it out. I want to hear what your soul says that you want to do. Not just your, like, you know, your mentality and worldly state. I want to hear what your soul wants to do. So leave a comment down below. I want to hear from you guys, especially on a topic like this. This has really sparked a big interest in me, and especially for the fact that I'm not huge into philosophy and everything, but I really do enjoy something that really makes me think about life and think about what I'm doing here. So let me know what you guys think about that channel and about the dreaming state and that time frame. Drop a comment below. I'm sorry this was so long, but it kind of had to be. But thanks for listening, guys. You guys are awesome, and I really do look forward to reading what you guys say. So you guys take it easy. I'm gonna try and not get lost. I'm gonna head back to Winder. So later, guys.